Hey, good morning. It's Thursday, man. Happy Thursday morning, Walks with Dave. This morning, I'm going to be real transparent and vulnerable with y'all. I did not want to do this one this morning, but man, it's a good one. What happens if I didn't make the call? So what does that really mean? So let me give you a little backstory. I'm in real estate, if you don't know that, if you're new to these videos. And this started about 1.5 years ago of me looking to go into real estate. And sorry about that. Long story short, last November, burned the ships, quit my job, and started studying. Got the test passed in February, and we've been without an income for, well, however many months that is. That's quite a bit. And I've been blowing and going. Yesterday, I had a mental want to quit type thing. Not all the way, but mentally I was done. And so I was making my calls to people to see if I could help them. Just random people, just to say, hey, can I help you? And I didn't want to make it anymore, so I was coming up with excuses in my mind. I felt like, and I did. I felt like I was bipolar. One side of me said, hey, you better make these calls because your family needs to eat in 3 months. The other side of me was, man, you scum of the earth, what are you doing? There's people that are dying right now, and you're making phone calls. See, but the calls I was making, and I make every day, aren't calls of, hey, do you want to buy or sell a house? These calls are, I'm just asking people, hey, right now there's a lot of people that don't have anybody to talk to or can't get out. Is there anything I can do for you? That's me. But I was even tired of doing that mentally. I was just being weak-minded. So I reached out to a buddy of mine while I'm making the calls because I've got a dialer. And so I'm texting him back and forth, telling him exactly what I just told you. And he had a series of little audio clips that he does on text because he's running a pretty big business down in Florida. And so I texted him and said, hey, I'm going to listen to these when I get done with these next 10 calls. It's again, I'm a little bipolar. I might want to quit, but there's this engine inside of me that just keeps moving. Hey, how you doing? But I kept going. And so I got done with that, got done with those 50 calls, listened to what he had to say. And basically what he told me was, hey, you're right in one aspect of, yeah, your family needs to eat. But the other aspect of it is, he goes, he's basically telling me I'm a wimp. He goes, hey, suck it up because, Dave, I know you well enough. This isn't about you. Dave, you don't understand. And people, this is why I put this out today, because I didn't want to do this. But there's people out there that need us. And that's what he told me. He goes, Dave, when you get on the call, I know what you do. But you need to keep calling because maybe the person you're going to talk to just lost their job. And they don't know how to make their mortgage payments. And you know people that can help them because maybe they can defer their payments for 6 months. You need to get back on the freaking phone. And you need to call people because you're there to help them. Maybe they lost their job and you, Dave, you said there's 3,000 people in your phone. You know people. We know people. And so I got back on the phone. And the next 5 calls, mentally, man, it messed with me because the next five people actually picked up the phone. And they wanted to talk to me. One lady, she had a best friend that was in real estate, but she wanted to talk to me to reassure me because she used to be in sales that I was doing the right thing. And here's where it hit me. And this is why I went ahead and did this video this morning. The next call after that was a gentleman. He picked up the phone and I just, I said my normal thing. Hey, I'm just calling to see how you're doing. Is there anything I can do for you right now? And he goes, well, as a matter of fact, my wife's a trucker. Oh man, this is hard. My wife's a trucker and she came in from getting her shift done at 3 a.m. And we need a place to stay. And so we spent the time from 3 a.m. until 5:30 in the morning looking for houses. And so, yeah, I think we need your help. I think the Lord might have put you in our path. See, but what would have happened if I didn't make that call? I wouldn't have been there to help those people. And maybe you're not in real estate. Maybe you're mentally watching too much, you're watching too much of the news like I do sometimes, and it's messing with you, and you get overwhelmed about the death toll, and it just freezes you. But we have people that need us right now. And I'm trying not to be too emotional because it was just a call, but then again, it wasn't just a call. So it's about the process of showing up every day, because it's not about us. It's about the people around us, so we can serve them and love them in such a way that it makes it easier for them. So what does that mean? Well, I got a call at 10 o'clock today, and I've got Brian Tarbett, which is my financial guy, that's going to be there. I got my coach, which is going to be on the call with me, and I don't know if we can help them or not. But I think we should be able to, but that's really even not the point. It's the showing up. So take it to this morning. Even after that, what did my lazy rear want to do? Because yesterday I didn't have my walk. Man, when you quit mentally, it carries over. So I didn't have my walk yesterday. So I woke up this morning and I wasn't going to walk this morning. And it made me so mad, because you have that moment of, what are you going to do? Because I was making my coffee and I was like, I'm just going to get to it. That would have been 2 days in a row. So it made me mad mentally. And I went, you know what? Not only am I going to walk, and I'm walking right now. I'm walking further than I've ever walked this morning, because you can't even trust your mind, right? That loop of you're not good enough in your head, of wherever it comes from, of you're gonna fail, it's just gonna be another day to where you're not gonna be productive and you're not really making a difference. We all have that side in our mind that's telling us that we're not gonna make it. We need to tell that side of your brain to shut up. Because you are making a difference. We are making a difference. If you're in real estate and you're struggling, I mean, there's people that have been in this. I talked to a lady yesterday. She's brand new, and she called me. She's been in this thing 8 months and hadn't had a sale yet. Imagine mentally going through that. Or maybe you're not even in real estate. You're not even in sales, and you just don't know what to do right now. Trust the Lord, number one. But mentally, just never quit. Keep going. And if you do quit, get up the next day or call somebody, to where, it's like momentum. Keeps going. If you have a positive action and you're starting to roll down that hill, it's going to build momentum, but it can't be about the result. See, I'm 49 years old right now, and I've finally figured out it's about the process. It's not about the result. If all you're really doing is going to say, hey, I want to make $1 million. Well, what happens when you make $1 million? You're done. But if you're truly there just to say, hey, I'm going to be a vessel to be there to help people, and I'm going to do it in such a way with character, and to where I'm really there to help people, and I know that I'm there to help, and I have the tools behind me, no matter whether you're in sales, whatever it is. Have a bigger purpose than just you. And people, hopefully you don't think that I'm preaching at you. Man, can you be any more vulnerable than what I just did, of letting you know what's going on with me? And I don't know if I'm going to be able to help these people today, but you know what I do know? Reaffirmation of keep doing what I'm doing. Keep loving on people. Make that phone call. Mentally, whatever that phone call represents in your mind today, please make that phone call. Whether it's a physical phone call or a mental phone call, of get out of your head as far as what's going on in this world. Pray, but quit thinking and start doing. This afternoon I'm going to actually take my boys fishing. Hopefully my wife's going to go. I'm so much looking forward to that, so we can mentally unplug. If you need somebody, you call me. If you're struggling, you call me. 817-691-2910. I'm here for you, right? People, I hope you're having a great day. 2 things. Here it is, 2 things. Number 1, God loves you. Number 2, I do as well. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.